Welcome to Coach's Corner Cat fans. Thanks for joining me on this Monday afternoon. And so today's talk or show, whatever you want to call it, we're going to review the Fort Recovery game, preview the Anna game, have a senior spotlight, Brady Layfeld and Owen Kunk. We're going to have a support staff, Eric Goodwin and Kathy Bowman, and then I want to talk a little bit about the Boosters Night, which is this Friday. And so then that'll wrap up the show here. So try to go a little quicker than the last couple weeks. So let's back up here to the Fort Recovery game. And so as I think about what I want to say about games and depending on how the game went and all those types of things, the score was 55-8, and I think it was 41-0 at halftime. So I guess the word that came to mind was efficient. We talk a lot about that in practice, about how long practice lasts and trying to not to waste time and waste energy and waste periods of time in practice, and then just do things the right way. I always ask the kids when I talk about efficiency, what does that mean? And somebody will come up with, doing things the right way and in a timely manner without a lot of waste. And so that's how we felt like the game went the other night. The defense once again played really well. We feel like we have a really good run defense, and that was their main offense is the run game. And so they played well. And then offensively, two things: one, efficiency, and then two is what we call spreading the wealth. So again, we have three backs that are actually really four when you count Bay as a runner, and so four guys that are running the ball. And then of course in the second half we had two or three other guys carry the ball. So 7, 8 different guys ran the ball. 4, 5, 6 guys caught the ball. Bay was, go back to that, efficient. He was, I think, 9 for 12. So on the year, Bay is 74% percentage passing and 10 touchdowns and no interceptions. So that's what we're talking about with efficiency. And so that's good. So just a good, efficient game for us. We did not have a JV game, so the second half, the JVs and even some freshmen played really the whole second half. So at least they got some good reps without having their normal JV game. So freshmen play tonight. We call that Monday Night Football. They play home versus who they playing tonight? They're playing Anna. They're playing Anna at home, and that's a 5 o'clock start. So we play Anna this week. Anna is 2-1. They had two good wins, and then last week they lost to Minster. The score I think was 41-14, but I would say that game was a lot closer than that. But two pretty good teams going at it in that game. Like I said, Anna is 2-1. Anna is in our region, so I could see us maybe having to play them twice when we get into the playoff situation. Offensively, Anna is similar to us, right? With a lot of one back, they have a really good running back, and the quarterback's an experienced guy, and a couple decent receivers. So they will mix it up a little bit, but their main go-to guy is number 31. Again, I know numbers better than names, but he's a really good football player. Defensively, kind of interesting. They've changed their defense, and they're running basically almost the exact defense that we're running right now. A 3-3, we call it a 3-3 stack. So 3 D linemen, 3 linebackers, and 5 defensive backs, and they're doing quite a few things very similar to us. So in preparation, it'll be good for our scout team guys because they get to run their own. We get to run our defense basically against us, so they get some good reps there. And Coach Bruns loves to run a scout team, and so calling basically our own defense for our young guys. He'll like that, and they do blitz a lot. so he'll mix up all those blitzes for us in practice, and they make it really difficult for your O-lineman with, we call it the radar defense against Minster. Even those 3 down linemen were all standing up for, I would say, at least half the snaps versus Minster. So 6 guys, 3 down linemen and 3 linebackers moving around, and sometimes all on the line, sometimes 3 and 3. So they give you a lot of different looks. So that'll be interesting to see how we handle that. Excuse me. So moving on. So the game is home Friday night at 7 o'clock versus Anna. Senior Spotlight, number 8, Brady Layfeld, and number 10, Owen Kunk. So Brady and Owen, similar in some ways. They're both 3-sport guys. Brady is one of our starting safeties. He was a starter last year. He also is playing receiver, maybe about a third of the time. He and Caleb Schreier. Caleb, just because he's not playing defense, and then he can give Brady some really good breaks, and Caleb's playing really well, so he's kind of taken over that role. But Brady will sneak in there sometimes and get some reps at the receiver spot. Brady was a really good special teams player last year, but we took him off there because he's a full-time starter and part-time offensive player. Brady's a really good basketball player and an outfielder in baseball, so he's got a full schedule throughout the year this year, and so he's a really good student and just a good smart, another one of those smart seniors that does things right. Really proud of Brady. Playing our safety is a tough spot because when teams run tight ends, you got to come up there and really be another linebacker, and he's 160 pounds maybe. And so he did a really good job down at Clinton Massey, he and Aaron Kalp. So congrats to Brady for his good work. Owen Kunk, number 10. So Owen is a starting defensive end for us and our punter. He is also our backup. He's our second tight end and also our third offensive tackle. So we take an extra jersey for him just in case he has to play offensive tackle. But Owen, like Brady, is a 3-sport guy. Owen is, he's up to about, I think, 6'6", maybe even pushing 6'7". So he's looking forward to the basketball season, I'm sure, after he gets done here with football. And he's one of our pitchers in baseball, mainly a pitcher. And so, like Brady, another smart guy, and has a lot of fun with his senior buddies. So kudos to Owen. He wasn't sure he was going to come out last year, and thankfully he did, and is having a real good year. He's only punted 3 or 4 times, but when he has, I think he's averaging a little over 40 yards a punt. So good for him, and he's playing some good defensive end for us. Support staff, and really, I guess these two aren't the support staff. They're like the main cogs in our athletic program, but Eric Goodwin is our athletic director, as you know, and Kathy Bowman is I guess I would call her the assistant athletic director, and have lots of roles that they play throughout the week. And Eric, I think he was voted the AD of the year in the state either last year or 2 years ago. I can't remember for sure, and does a really good job. He's so busy. Lots and lots of schools don't host tournaments and have tournaments and host the state kind of tournaments, and we always got things going, whether it's the volleyball spike off to several wrestling tournaments, and we'll host the baseball tournaments and basketball and volleyball. And so it takes a lot of work and a lot of people to organize all that kind of stuff. And then Kathy does so much work behind the scenes in helping Eric and helping all of us as head coaches, and with the students and physicals and camps and camp money and all that kind of stuff. And so those two are really good job for us. And finally, the last thing here, the Boosters Club, who do a great job for us and raise lots of money, and we just got new headsets so that we can communicate. Ours were about 12 years old, so we asked if they would help us out on that, and we just got those last week, and those worked really well. And the Boosters are having a really good night Friday fundraiser, and I think it's from 4 pregame all the way to 11 postgame. So obviously there'll be a break there during the game. But 4 to 7 at the park, right across the street from the stadium. So if you could make it out there and have some fun, and they got raffles and all kinds of stuff going on to try to raise some more funds. So as all the sports need all kinds of things, uniforms to equipment to like I said, communication devices to, you name it, we need it. and so they do a great job. So hats off to the Boosters Club, and hopefully you can join, and hopefully if we get a victory, I'm sure the coaches will head out after the game and stop over and enjoy the evening. So Friday night, home versus Anna at 7 o'clock.